Sakuyanade Bol Olaram, or hello everyone and welcome. A Wolf's Den Games is proud to present Therapeutic Thursdays with your host, Garoy Lorkier.
Thanks, Doc. Welcome, folks. Here we are getting back to a little bit of Skyrim. Wait a second. I never got back here. So... does that mean I never... Okay, it looks like it removed all of that. Yep. So everything we did last time, we've lost. I think. Conjuration. Yep. Yep. So everything we did last stream apparently never happened. That is frustrating. Despite, I could have sworn there had been a save. Could have sworn we'd saved it. Nope, that's where it is. So we've lost everything we did at the last stream. Which has me rather frustrated. But we do still have... I've been better. I mean, I'm doing alright. But my ankle is still being an issue. No headache, thankfully. Let's see. Just 'cause why not? We've got all these right. Unfortunately, everything we did last stream was completely removed. So, yeah, we're kind of... I'm a little annoyed with that as well. I think I'd rather... that works for me. And then... I have no idea. At the end of the last stream, the game just completely froze. I had no choice but to have to force the whole computer to shut down and then restart it. And I haven't gotten back to it until now. And apparently everything we'd done back in the Soul Cairn was just plain removed. At least when it came to the returning to the Soul Cairn. Maybe not. Not open enough? I did play a little Call of Duty with Miss Adika and her son yesterday. Been a while since I played that, and thanks to Skyrim controls, I was way off on all my stuff. I guess that's not open enough either. Howdy, Phantom Omaha. Welcome. Let's see. I need some place that's relatively open. These plains look pretty open. It's going alright. A little tired. My ankle is killing me, and nothing I can really do about it, unfortunately. Yesterday was some great news regarding work, and unfortunately I am a tad annoyed.
That's close enough.
Due to... Okay, thank you, Patricia. Welcome. No arrows. Whoops. I mean,
Another cave.
if they're really gonna make an issue of it,
I'm right behind you.
I don't actually. Ale. Also ale. I used to. It's now out there. It's the one you're using. I'd had it there, and then I moved it here. Then I gave it to you. Possibly. Ow. Even just sitting here, it doesn't matter if I'm on my foot or not. My ankle just searing pain. Makes it difficult to sleep sometimes. And this is usually the time of year when I have trouble sleeping anyway, so... That's right, stay right there. There we go. Oh yeah. Every time you say Oracle, the first thing that I think of is, oh, what is her name? Barbara Gordon. After she stopped being Batgirl. Dagger, dagger, dagger. Is that it? Just the one? Oh, no. I was like, is that it? Just the one guy? Nope, there's more stuff over here. And again, thanks to playing other games, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Wish it was easier to set things up for... I didn't quite hear that. Could you speak up a little?
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Well, they can't learn anything if they're dead. Well, thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. Definitely happy to have anybody over here who's willing to sit and watch. As usual, we mostly just kind of wander around. I'm still really annoyed that all the work that we did in the Soul Cairn on the last stream was removed. Even the autosaves. And the main reason why I sit here and creep along is because, well, rogue's got a rogue. And since one of the main streams we watch is on tonight, oh yeah.
Who's there? Damn you!
Ah. Whoops. Hey, where'd they come from? Oh, you're the problem. Yikes. Potions. Yeah, I'll probably end up redoing the cairn at some point. I just don't know if I'm going to do it right now. I mean, we could go back there and... Okay, where? I am clearly out of practice. That was terrible. Doesn't help that I'm kind of loopy as well, so... Bear with me, folks. Please. Cabbages. Gotta take the cabbages. It's not ale, but it'll do.
You can't hide from me.
Who said I was hiding from anybody? Usually I just wander around and you folks run into me.
Guess it's all clear now.
So I'm guessing he must be up there. Okay, maybe not. Maybe. Oh, there's some ale. For the most part, I wanted to just kind of... Ooh, more ale. Nope, he's got nothing. See if I could fulfill that whole summon Durnavir thing just to make him happy. And we'll get to it, I'm sure. But I do want to go back to the Soul Cairn for the stuff that we had gotten that it took away from us. I worked hard to get in there and steal all that stuff. I'm assuming it must have corrupted or something, or it just, because of the way I'd had to force a shutdown on the whole computer just to get everything moving again, that may have had something to do with it. So, probably my fault for not doing a proper save. Yeah, it froze entirely solid, and then I'd had to shut everything down just to get everything Oh wow, I'm glad I jumped up here. I think this is the way I go. Yeah, it was bad. And then coming back and finding that none of it had saved. It was annoying, but I mean, just gotta roll with it, right? Life's what happens while you're busy making other plans. Well, I hadn't really been on a quest per se when I'd gone back to the Soul Cairn. It was just to kind of finish up the things I hadn't gotten done. So I have no problem going back and just doing all that again. It's just more of a... Oh yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Rumor has it my parents. That's right. Run right into it. Whoops. And now I back in here.
Done and done.
Oh, so I can't use that one yet. Okay. Good to know. No problem. That's terrible. I mean, things happen, and there's never any guarantees, right? Best we can do is roll with the punches and hopefully have some fun with the games in the meantime. Where did he disappear to? Did he... I lost track of that bandit chief. Just making sure they hadn't hidden one of those chests up here or anything. Other than actually having gone to... Ooh, Ebony Bow of Lethargy. Works for me. All the things that I had picked up in the Soul Cairn is gone, including the Bone Man, Conjure Bone Man spell. That whole Reaper thing that we'd done was just removed, just didn't happen. What else had we done in the Soul Cairn? Used the last of the,
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
and you picked a bad time to push me into a corner. I'll take these. But, I mean, again, the main point for our streams isn't for completing stuff necessarily, but being able to have some fun and chat with folks. I've already been here, right? Yeah, okay. And then that's our way back out, I think. No. It's the other way. So, I mean, we've got plenty of quests we can go back and do. It's just for the most part, it's been getting back to Skyrim itself. I mean, we've only been running today for a little bit. And I don't think I lost any quest, per se.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Let's see. So do you think it would work out here? I mean, this seems like a pretty big open space. Didn't even look like it. It's not getting the full... Dag nabbit. Oop, that went into the dirt. Oh, shot at the ground. That's why I did it wrong.
The free air of Fus at long last. As promised, I now teach you the first word of soul tearing. Re, the essence of your enemy's life force.
That voice sounds really familiar, but I haven't been able to find it. I'll let him roam as long as he doesn't come at me. Well, I got that part done. Let's see, what do we have for... Okay, so that one. And we'll get there. Let's see what we have under the miscellaneous for now, because those have a tendency to build. Thought I had that one. There. That gives us 4 little things we can get done real quick. And this looks like the closest. Yeah, that's why I figured start getting some of these things taken care of.
Been a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage. Those poor children must be heartbroken.
Sure they are.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and
Need something?
It's kind of like having an ice pick stuck in the side of my ankle.
The cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
Morwen, you say? Now, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I knew her parents quite well, you know. Bera and Ulfar were good people, very much in love. Now, what can I do for young Morwen? Ah, yes, Bera's silver necklace. It was a wedding gift, and she rarely took it off. I'll be glad to oblige. What a touching gesture, to display the symbol of her devotion in such a way. Tell Morwen I'll be happy to grant her request.
Cool.
I'm sure it will bring joy to her mother and father as they walk in Asterius.
I'll get that one done in a bit. Again, getting some of these lesser things dealt with not only gets them cleared off of things, but also helps free up, well, helps us kind of explore a little more, so that we're seeing more of the world, I guess. Strange how Twitch says we've got 2 viewers, and yet the little number thing on there is saying that there aren't any. There we go.
You want to talk to me? Okay.
There we go. Ah, okay. There
Got
he
lots
is.
of jobs about. Still have quite a good bit of jobs available. If, well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, by the 8, you actually got your hands on it. This alone is worth more than some thieves earn
Cool.
in a lifetime.
So that's at least 4. That is a lot of gold.
handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam. If breaking's are more your thing, go talk to Vex. Sometimes we just like to remind the city. Simple, right? Steal from anywhere in the hold, and you even get to keep everything you stole. So, you in? Here's everything you need. You get caught.
So, you're
but we've
Brynjolf's
never heard of
protege,
you.
eh? Don't look like much to me.
Something troubling you? I'll listen.
Okay, that's
it's one
easy
thing to
enough.
say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use them.
And with that, that means I can go take care of some of those things over in Markarth. Like the haunted, something or other.
Sure, we can talk.
And now they're just all open. Does that include... No cabbages. Apparently that includes the guildmasters.
Need something?
I got lost.
Yes?
I'll hold on to that. Can never have too many of those. Now I gotta head back out.
So, the ending of my tale I began early. Yes, your tale of
It's this one over here.
fighting off a pack of trolls, or my favorite, we've had it
One of these days I really need to look up who does a voice for Jernavir, because that voice sounds really familiar to me and I can't place it. Although I did find it odd to notice Rob Paulson on the Ben 10 series. Okay, we're not doing that one yet. The other one's here. That seems closest. We'll go from here. Keep in mind we're only running about 2 more hours, roughly, due to it being Thursday. I think it's that one. It's the other way. So I need to turn around, and it's that one. Okay. I didn't realize I was so high up in the mountains, but that's okay. As long as I'm careful. Ah. There he is. I missed. Not that I'm really worried about the goats, but it's more of a hunting practice thing. Huh, I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to the different trophies that you can pick up. For the most part, I just kind of keep wandering, and then they go, oh, hey, you've done this. And I'm like, oh, cool. Ooh, that could have been real bad. I kind of expected to be dead after that. Luckily, I wasn't. No, 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 no. And all of a sudden I'm seeing that much. Yikes. I am still moving in roughly the right direction, right? Nope. I need to go to my left. Okay, so it's west of me. That's saying it's inside. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, though. I always find it interesting when you turn a Khajiit into a werewolf. Whoops. That'll work. So it's got to be inside the cave to get to that point. So now I got to find that cave, which is either up there or down here. Okay, so that's not it. Cool. Come on. There we go. I'm guessing that's a dragon I'm hearing? Is that Durnavir, or is that somebody I should worry about? Kinda hard to tell. That's better. Yeah, I kind of figured there was. I just hadn't been back there yet. And I know it might be a little odd that I'm not in any of the Skyrim groups, but honestly speaking, I don't usually have time to be able to be on Facebook all that much, other than when I'm streaming or if I'm messaging somebody directly or responding to a notification. I just don't have the time. So rather than waste other people's time, I figure I'll just stick to what I do. If that makes any sense. Huh. I don't think I've seen that before either. Okay, that means the cave must be right here. I'm going to assume I need to get there from here. Because it was saying, on the map it was saying it was open, and yet on the thing it was saying otherwise. Usually I see them with like bears, I think. It's usually when I run into them. guess there is something in here. I thought I'd missed. This way I still have some arrows I can use when it comes down to it. Which allows me to use one of the enchanted bows rather than something up there. Oh, there's a chest. Don't need the helmet. So now the question is, how do I get up there? Nope, that didn't do it. It does say pass, so there's gotta be some way through. Am I missing something here? Oh, this way. Pay attention, Kier. This was the way we had come in, and that's the way through. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll get there. Again, I'm rather tired, and the pain in my ankle certainly isn't helping. But doesn't mean I'm gonna be giving up at all. Yesterday was really, really good news, and I am certainly glad for that. And then, if anybody happened to have seen the song that I had posted, okay, that's definitely good to know. But the main reason I'd posted the song that I did was because it seems to kind of go with the whole message we're trying to put out there, and the community we're trying to build. And if nothing else, I hope it reminds people that you never know what tomorrow might bring. Things might not be the best today. Ah, that's the Argonian. Looks like that'll help with that. Warmonger? What a name. That was certainly interesting. Dagger, dagger, dagger. Whoops, that wasn't what I meant to do, but... Anything? No. Item. I'd rather go with that one. Okay, now what to name this? Ah, I know. You'll notice that there is no comma. Ordinarily, I would have saved that, but I figure I'll just get extras. I could have sworn I'd had a copy of that before, but I guess not. We're not going up yet. There we go. Now, just in case he has any jailers. Or not.
You remind me of the shadow scales from the old histories. Dirkethus from Darkwater Crossing.
Interesting.
Should have known better than to swim all the way to the falls. Please, get me out of here.
Probably one side or the other. Almost there. There we go. So he had the key inside with him the whole time? That can't be the right key.
You have questions?
5 has answers.
Need something?
And now we can get out of here. came in that way. We want to go that way. True. True. Nobody said he was smart. Maybe he just didn't think to look in the burial things because, you know, tradition and robbing graves tends to be frowned upon.
Is someone there?
And then in theory, isn't that just what our archaeologists do? I mean, technically. Did I not turn that off? Sorry. Wow. That must be extremely difficult. Dagnabbit. Give me 1 second, folks. There we go. You're welcome. So, yeah, we've been able to get a new race worked out for playtesting for our world. Which should make for some interesting gameplay coming up. We've got 4 more in the works due to variants, basically. Whoops, I didn't mean to take the bow.
Aha. All over now.
Of course it's all over now. Thanks for your help, buddy. I don't want to... Yeah, let's not fall down there. Because I am certain that would probably be bad. I think I went the wrong way. Maybe.
Is someone? Aha. Time finished. All over now. Keep your hands to yourself.
I am. That's a little rude.
Never should have come here.
Don't make me have to kill you. You done? I just wanted your dagger, that's all. Wait, he's there. Oh, that way. And he's not dead. So he can't be that mad at me, right? Apparently he is. Hmm. Yeah, I know that there's half-elves in D&D. Okay, where was the next? Oh. And then this dragon. So before I just do something stupid and teleport there, well, fast travel. Woohoo! Okay, I'm starting to get back in the swing of things. That wasn't a bad shot. Yep, that looks like it's the dragon. So now that I'm all crouched and stealthed, yeah, we've got a very specific setup for our 4 versions of elves. Because you have the Seelie and Unseelie courts, which is the summer and winter courts, going into Gaelic mythology and Celtic mythology. And those 2 courts help keep the balance between magic and things like that. Yeah, I mean, halflings, if I remember correctly, were partly their way of being able to put hobbits in D&D without without the legal issues. Oh, I'd already taken that. Okay. And then there's... There he is. Boo.
Who's there?
Oh, of course it would be a frost dragon. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? That works for me. Yeah! Right before he had a chance to breathe at me. That was pretty cool. Of course, now I'd be carrying too much. Oh, wow. Okay, that takes care of that one now. Let's see, that goes to an Ariel. We've got... That one's going all the way to there, so... I'll go here first. someone over on Critical Role now wants to make a what appears to be a half-orc warlock, essentially. In order to try and get one of the Critical Role characters into Skyrim. Now I got the hiccups. There's got to be a better way of getting into there than... Because it seems a little dumb to have to go through the Archmage's quarters every time you want to go over here to talk to this guy.
I don't want to... Hundreds of years have gone into assembling that. Looks like you're still in one piece. And more importantly, so is the book. Thank you. Not enough to... Although
Okay.
now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that. There are more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium. All
Sure,
right.
why not?
I wrote down the last place I'd heard about. Don't get killed.
Could have sworn I had that one too.
Until next time.
Okay.
You need a book?
Well, yeah, I knew about that one, but the fact that it marks the other bit first, that it automatically marks the Archmage's quarters.
You talk to me. Otherwise you're... I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls. But, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago.
I know that's that one book that gives
Haven't
you a
heard from him
huge
since.
boost on your skills, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Now I'll go back and talk to Morwen real quick to get that over and done with. Then we'll see where we are and where we're going. I didn't mean to come out here, but hey, that actually works. So now I can go here. Get that taken care of. Welcome, all who are watching. Mostly just wandering around, getting a few things marked off of our list here just to clear it out. And then, of course, there's...
Welcome to Mistvale Keep.
There we
Excellent.
go.
You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. As steward, I also handle the less important. Lately, I've had
And
my
I have to
hands
take
full
care of-
suppressing these ridiculous accusations of corruption in the keep. There are those that believe the Jarl does nothing.
Okay.
I can assure you that this is entirely false. We are fully in control of everything.
Sure you are.
I'd hardly call them a guild. More like unorganized rabble. In fact, I wouldn't say they were a threat at all. No, our resources should be spent on preparations for invasion.
Remember?
I'm sorry. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws. More than I can bear.
You're forgiven.
I know you.
Now, I want to
was
know
it?
if you've made any progress with my
Let's
son.
see.
Oh yeah.
Is he cursed?
Last time I
Has he
used
been
the
possessed?
Dwemer's...
I
Sorry,
forgot
my
about that
lady.
one. Wait.
I've been looking, but I'm convinced Serland truly believes what he...
Now, we're going to jump back to Solstheim to get this other bit taken care of. And we'll see what we have after that. I figure grab a few of the real simple ones real quick, so we can just kind of move through some of them quickly and get a good idea of some of the exploration of the world.
Northern Maiden is ship-shape and ready to go.
I had done a run through the Soul Cairn that ended up getting deleted. As far as the game was concerned, the video for it is still up, but that was frustrating that it did that.
You've brought Raven Rock.
Okay. And one of the reasons why we do all the exploring we do is in order to speed things up from getting from location to location. Because if you scout the world out first, you end up saving quite a bit of time. Okay, let's just try a wait first. That should be plenty of time. Ah. Oh, there we go.
My mother was Skull, but she... You've brought warmth to my... Please, accept this as a token of gratitude. Once again, you've proven yourself
What did we pick up this
ally to
time?
the Skull.
Nordic carved helmet.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
What do you need, my friend?
Hold on.
All right, then.
No, I can't do that yet. What do I have that I can actually make arrows out of? Anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so what I'll do...
My mother's necklace, you have my gratitude.
Oh wait, can I make glass ones? Sorry, I know this stuff has a tendency to get a little boring, but... Well... Hey, and it was just enough to save us on the wait. Perfect. That takes care of all that. Now we can come back here, and we're going to go hit Markarth for a little bit. We will be getting back to the Soul Cairn stuff that got messed up. Just not quite yet. I'd rather have more time to be able to do some of that.
Seeking passage?
And I don't recall if we found any of the stones of Baron Zaya over here in Markarth yet. So we might as well do a little bit of a search and try and get that marked off as well for the Thieves Guild.
dragons breeding.
That is still really, really odd. Give me one moment, folks. I need to try and fix something real quick. Maybe that'll help. Or maybe not. Not that we really need it, I guess, but it just seems odd because it's not really giving the right information. It's a bit unfortunate. But they did just do an update recently, so maybe that's part of the problem. For those who may have seen the TV series Monk, I guess you'd call it the monk in me that kind of bugs me. Not a whole lot, but enough for it to kind of nag at me a little. Okay, I guess there really isn't anything down here. I was more of a just kind of taking a look at what's
There's an evil to the north, friend. And its name
what's
is
around
Ragnar.
here for us to start working on the Markarth
The Silverblood
Thieves
family
Guild quest.
will be heard.
Need those.
The Empire is always
No
been good
daggers.
to the orcs, but this war of theirs is none of my concern.
And I know there's not a whole lot here worth anything, but there are other things we're always looking for regardless. Such as daggers for Vax'Ildon, arrows for Vexalia, money for Vexalia. Oh, she spooked me. Again, another place that has very few cabbages. Nope, we'll drop the axe. No cabbages. No cabbages. Dagnabbit. So nothing there currently.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in solitude.
Cabbages. This updates map stuff, apparently. I don't know exactly what this does.
Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys.
I got his dagger. I forgot I was carrying those. I got his dagger. Dagger, dagger, dagger.
My cousin's out fighting dragons. And what do I get? Guard.
I think I may have already gotten the gem of Baron Zaya if there was one here. I could be wrong. Whoops, I keep doing that too. Gotta take the cabbages. Not a whole lot, just kind of going through Markarth and working my way up to the 500 gold thing for Devlin Mallory. For the most part, however, I'm also looking for the usual cabbages, daggers, well, that took care of that. That was way faster than I was expecting. What do I have under miscellaneous that well, apparel first. There we go. That takes care of that. That's a good point too. I don't even have to steal them. We're just gonna leave them out for me to take. don't want to take the potato, I just want to search the sack. Another cabbage. Any other? Nope. Uh-oh, now I'm gonna have to steal cabbages. No dagger.
Don't mind the dogs. They get anxious when they haven't had dinner.
One of these days, I'm gonna see if I can get the bedlam job done just by stealing cabbages. I don't know which of the holds it'll be, but I am definitely that's now definitely one of my personal goals. See if we can hit the 500 just with, huh, I should remember that too. Okay. Your basket's on the floor there, dude. Excuse me, pardon me, just passing through. What's in here? Nothing. Okay, so, plus we were, due to being in the Soul Cairn, of course, we ended up with some additional things that we had no use for whatsoever. Or rather, wow, I am loopy. We ended up not finding any cabbages because there's no cabbages in the Soul Cairn. At least to my knowledge. So this way I'm kind of making up for all those missing cabbages. You ever have one of those days where your brain just does not want to work? Brain just doesn't want to brain, you know? It's been rather like that a lot lately. But it's that kind of year for me, or that time of year for me personally. It's always rougher than any other time of year. No worries.
Outsiders. What is it, Khajiit?
He says that like he's a Mandalorian. Really? If there was a wolf hide, I would have had to take it. Okay. Just looking. Because, you know, cabbages.
Need something?
Not while everybody's standing there. Okay, so that takes care of that bit. And I think I'm going to need a short little break. I am going to need to drop some of this stuff off, of course. Yep. I just figured I'd grab it so I can do some of those upgrades, and that should help with my smithing, I think. Okay, I wanted to go... Where is it? There we go, Winstead Manor. So I'm going to go here real quick. I'm going to drop off the cabbages and the ale and some other stuff, but we'll take a short break and then come back to things.
Where'd you come from?
Wait. No. Really? Sitting there trying to not kill the wolves, and wow. Very interesting. If the wolves are gonna already be dead, then I will honor them by picking up their pelts. They must have been starving to attack an actual settlement. I mean, catching somebody out on the road, that's one thing, but approaching an established homestead, that's uncharacteristic for wolves, unless they're starving. You can use the carriage to go to some locations other than what the city carriages allow. Certain places that you may have gotten marked on your map become more available. I didn't mean to grab the milk, but okay. 6:30. 6:56. That is a lot of cabbages. Also ale.
Oh, did you need something?
I didn't realize there was ale still sitting there. That's wine, so that goes over here.
Yes.
So might as well. Since we're right here. And I'm not really sure where I'd put that soul husk. Oh, there's another cabbage sitting there. Dag nabbit. Yes, okay. And yeah, one of these days I will actually go through and organize every last little bit of this. But not yet. Do I need to keep this on me to be able to summon Arvac? I don't know. That goes in there. I haven't finished off any of these other ones yet, so I'm going to need to hold on to those. Awesome. So Arvac's skull will go in here, as this is our trophy room. We'll find out when we step outside. If I need to have it on me, then I'll come back and grab it. Nope, not cabbages. If it's not cabbage, I'm not going to worry about it. I still haven't done anything within here yet. Still think it'd be weird if Brian W. Foster happened to come in and be like, "Why are you taking all those cabbages?" Well, why not? Because Donatello from Ninja Turtles, that's why. Well, during one of the versions, at least. Which I still find absolutely amazing that he was one of the voices for Donatello. Woohoo! Hey, so this means I never weigh too much to fast travel as long as I'm outside, right? Because that'd be even cooler. And as my character has not laid down and slept in a bed in a while, that's why the Dark Brotherhood hasn't come to me yet.
Papa!
Like my new horse?
You're home.
Yes,
Look
yes
what
I am.
found. Here, take it.
Okay.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Didn't see what she gave me. That'd be funny if the kids gave me cabbages. Here, Dad, we know you like these. Well, it's not that I like them, it's that I'm storing them. The cabbages are back here, too. Works for me. Okay, so over here is... Right, okay. Any swords? Nope. Now, the daggers. And of course, the inventory crap is always boring, and I apologize for that, but unfortunately, it happens. Whoops. Weapons. Daggers. Not miscellaneous. That's a bit better. Let's see. I'll need a mace for pike. So that would have to actually be separate. So we'll do that some other time. It would have to be sanctified, I think. That fits with pike. Being a cleric and all. 2 flutes. Was there a drum? No. Was there a lute? No. That's just the random stuff, right? Just making sure I don't have those two can be put away, clearly. Okay. Again, I apologize for this boring part, but I mean, it kind of happens as you play this particular game. Okay. Also, for those who might be interested, we will be having, we will be hosting Critical Role's show over here on our Twitch channel. We can't really spread that out everywhere, but if you'd rather watch them on their channel, more power to you, because they are an awesome group of people. We will be available in chat in either location, though you may not actually be able to read any of the things we say over in theirs. Mostly just because when you get more than 50,000 people in your chat, things get a little hard to keep up with. So over here it's a little less chaotic. At least I'd like to think so. But they're the ones who definitely deserve the credit for that, for the work they put in, because they're amazing. And hopefully we hope to eventually be able to upgrade our studio so that we can do more things similar to what they do. I mean, we are clearly not them, and we're not trying to be them, but we are trying to definitely add Wait, we do have some of it. Because I'd accidentally started picking up his books ahead of time. Okay. Yeah, we never solved the Jibs thing. Or we'd have to go back and do that. I mean, I've got more than enough ingredients to make any kind of potion I need, I think. At this point. Except for maybe the one using the salmon roe. Scrolls. Potions. Yeah. I mean, the way their streams are done and the amount of work they put into them is the kind of thing we aspire to, rather than trying to be like some kind of knockoff of them, because, well, we have our own approach to things, but it's their community spirit and their community strength and the amount of support they give to everybody is definitely something worth aspiring to. At least that's how I see it. And again, people are welcome to disagree, but just gotta go with my own experiences, because that's what defines who we are, right? Our experiences and the memories that come from them and the lessons we learn from them. There we go. Although this armor stuff probably should have been dropped off at the other house. That's what I get for not paying attention. Anything else here that needs to... Nope. Oh, that's right, because all the other stuff. Okay. Don't mind me. Along with being loopy, it comes the scatterbrain bit. It happens, unfortunately. First, I'm going to jump back over here real quick so we can drop off all the smithing stuff, and then we'll come back around to this. I do intend to get the smithing up high enough so that I can properly make all the armors, upgrade all the armors, specifically whichever armor I tend to be using. But for the moment, just gonna drop some things off here. Also, ale. Okay, iron. Corundum? I don't think I had any of that, but just to be sure. Oh, I did. Just the one, though. I think that's supposed to be dwarven stuff. I do have dwarven stuff. This is the orichalcum, and then ebony on the end. Didn't have any. We do have ebony, though. Oh, well that helps. And then we'll just go back through here and drop off the dragon stuff. That works for me. That organizes this so much smoother. Still just the one. No dwarven stuff. It's nice having all this stuff that I can actually smith with. I just don't have all the skills to smith everything just yet. I know I've got at least one gold ingot. Then I need to be able to use at least 2 other. I think it's 2 other. Huh. Oh, because steel goes in that other one. That explains it. Moonstone. Whoops.
What now?
It would help if you hadn't just walked in front of me like that. This would be that, and the refined malachite. Oh yeah, I needed a spot for stall rim too. That's leather. Had I used? No. There's in a chest there. So we'll add the heartstone to this one. Wait. That's what I meant to do. And then malachite is used for glass stuff, correct? Think so? Oh, my apologies for that one. There we go. Okay. So and I'm holding onto the malachite so that I can just make some more glass arrows when I need them. Otherwise, I think that takes care of that bit for now. Now the question is, do we continue? Do we take a break and then continue for about half an hour or so? Or should we call it here, and when we come back to it on Saturday, because tomorrow is Friday, so we will be following this up with
Let's get indoors, or in a cave, anywhere, just out of this.
we'll be following this up with Fortnite Fridays, unless y'all would much rather, not Fortnite, absolutely not, Fallout Fridays, unless you folks would rather just kind of watch Skyrim. Either way, I'm okay with it. I am willing to play either game. But I will need to take at least a short break. I just don't know if you folks would feel it worthwhile to come back just for like 30 minutes or so. There we go. That's what I've been looking for. We've got lots of those gems. So making a bunch of jewelry would be pretty easy as well. I haven't really done much with the stall rim yet, so there's always that as well. And then to get the silver forge stuff, you gotta get in good with the companions, I believe. Because you gotta use his forge. So, I mean, whatever works for folks, I'm more than happy to oblige. Can grab some more of the glass arrows while we're here. Drop off the last of these cabbages and the ale. Been to the other houses that we own like twice. Wait, how many are there? 659. Okay. So 62 ale. Oh, it was like it's an odd sounding drum. Oh, more ale. It's the second bowl I've grabbed without meaning to. And of course, the sooner we get all these ranked up, the better. That takes care of that bit, I think. Oh yeah, more ale. 65. But then you run across ale a lot less than you do everything else. Not sure why that is. Oh yeah. Okay, so instead of a break, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call this. But first, we're gonna get back to our usual spot for closing things out. Get our saves in. I believe this will be save number 300. There we go. Oh. Yeah, it would just be downstairs, wouldn't it? So we should have plenty of glass arrows to last us a while.
Where'd you come from? I knew I heard something. Done.
Oh. There, I didn't take the bowl that time. More of these. Huh. Glad I checked. Ow. Aw, poor Wolfie. That gets us all of that. Okay. That should be everything. That should be all of them. Well, no. There's still a couple of holds I'm not fain of just yet. Not that I'm in any hurry. Now, what we'll do is we'll get this all set properly first. $600 glass arrows. Yeah, that's gonna last us a little bit. That works for me. I always get thrown off by third-person view. I don't know why. There we go. For those keeping track, this is number 300. I do want to thank everyone for joining us. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I do want to thank everyone for joining us, and please feel free to join us over at twitch.tv/wolvesdengames to watch some Critical Role with us. That way, if you have any questions, we'll do our best to answer them. Because I know it can get a little overwhelming the way some of that works. Also, if you just want to chat about pretty much anything whatsoever, we usually try to have at least one person in chat at all times. Unless, of course, we are sleeping or out of the office. So far, it has been kind of a weird day. Yesterday we got some legal confirmation on getting a few things taken care of, which is a huge boost for us because that's one more hurdle, or one less hurdle for us to worry about later on. In addition, we've got some other things coming up. We've got some play testing for that particular homebrew race coming up as of Sunday, I believe. And we're just going to kind of see how things go and hopefully get things balanced for that, as well as get some of the other thematic issues dealt with regarding a couple of the kingdoms in the setting that we have, as well as certain interactions between groups. And then, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, including getting maps like that taken care of, and that is going to take a little bit. In the meantime, we will be here to play some Skyrim or Fallout tomorrow. It'll probably be Fallout around 5 p.m. Central Time. There will not be an Insomnia Squad tonight because of Critical Role and their rebroadcasts. Other than that, the only other thing we have coming up is more of the usual work. If folks might be interested, I might see about setting up a one-shot that could be run through our Discord, but streamed, so folks can kind of see how our stuff works. And in the meantime, we just want to try and be here for people, so that if they're having a bad day and want a little encouragement and support, there's a friendly ear. If things at work or at home or whatever happen to be going really, really well, and they want to sit there and be like, hey, things are going great, then, well, we're more than happy to join you for that. New Vegas is the one that we have, yes, that's correct. But yeah, mainly we're here because being able to understand folks and spend time talking with them, because everyone's different and we're all human beings, so coming from common ground and finding other things in common helps promote understanding, helps promote cooperation, and helps prevent further conflict. And then, of course, friendly competition rather than the toxic kind, where it's that me first mentality has a tendency to drive people apart rather than help bring about that fun and that connection. Not many stream New Vegas. Good to know. Definitely puts us in a minority there, so folks wanting to watch that, we'll have that tomorrow. It'll be our regular Fallout Friday as we're getting back into things. Future schedule may be changing. We are kind of waiting on information from a few people in order to set a regular fall schedule. So please bear with us for that. Until then, thank you for joining us, and don't forget to support your community, because your community, whether it is your family, your friends, or your neighbors, or even a bunch of strangers online that you all just happen to have some stuff in common, that support is what helps get us through the day. There are a lot of people who feel kind of cut off and separated from things, and all the toxicity and conflict that we have going on in the world today tends to be even more difficult for them. But having people that they can turn to and say, hey, I'm having a bad day, and instead of tearing them down, people finding ways to help encourage them to keep going, that helps keep us as human beings connected and helps us survive from day to day. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining us. Make sure that you do your best to take care of yourself and your family and your friends. We thank you for joining us for our little runs with our community, and we hope you'll join us again. So stay safe, folks. Don't forget cooperation, competition, and community. Those are the things we probably need the most nowadays. And until next time, bye for now.
Thank you all for joining us. Please give us a follow on twitch.tv/wolvesdengames. Long days and pleasant nights. Jate ka nade, or good night everyone.